Pokemon Rivals, a key character in any Pokemon story, designed to help the player grow and to do so themselves throughout the region. Some are loved and iconic, such as Blue, Hugh, Paul, and Alon amongst many, and some aren't liked as much, like Trace, How, or Hop. Either way, these are characters who will challenge you in your Pokemon and push you beyond your limits. That being said, today, InfamousTrainer am going to be showing you guys the rivals you will encounter in your adventure throughout the Neous region, which of course is my fan-made Pokemon region alongside showing off their powerful Pokemon teams. I believe there'll be a rival for everyone here, so hopefully you guys enjoy. If you're new to this kind of content or series, don't worry, I'll have a card available for the whole series alongside a link in the description down below. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. That being said, let's hop into it. Now I want to start by saying going forward, we'll be telling the story in connection to others through one of the main player's eyes. So here I decided to choose Ace as the main character of the story. I believe this fit the best for the Neous story and the whole dynamic when it comes to rivals and other characters. Now before, I mentioned that we're talking about teams as well, as I'll be showing off different teams for all the rivals. So quickly I want to dive into Ace's main canon team that you can see throughout the Neous story. The Pokemon joining his team will be his Ace and starter Pokemon, Shrubberoo. Then we have Aevasaur, Neonian Aegislash, Dragistella, Lebecast, and Fernetti. These are 6 Pokemon that make up a powerful team and will help this character work towards the goal of becoming a Pokemon champion. Now I do have to say this is one of my favorite teams, but with that being done, here is your first rival you'll meet in your adventure.
I'll do this for the ones I love. I'll become stronger no matter what. Let me show you what my Pokemon can do.
In this story, since we chose Ace, it looks like Zera will be our rival. Zera is a caring, free-spirited, and determined trainer, which will carry over to the Pokemon they'll add to their team. Alongside you, their ultimate goal is to become champion, but could also use it for some financial wealth, simply to help and support her parents, and additionally her ill grandmother. Zera vows to work hard for her family, friends, and of course, taking the title of champion. But the team is where it gets interesting, as this rival will use the starter that is super effective against yours. So Zera's full team will be her Ace, Ramjestic, followed by Grantis, Cahonote, Siskew, Galvacast, and Snowsire. A blend of different Pokemon with something to offer, and will always be by your rival's side. I just hope your team is able to stack against it. There's a good blend of new Pokemon and regional variants to bring some power and new strategies. Speaking of stacking power, let's introduce the next rival.
Let me show you true power. Also, if you're not prepared to work hard, stay off the battlefield.
Now here we have a familiar face, that being Cross from the Pokemon I Choose You movie. But in actuality, he's a Neous native, and when he was younger, he was on a family trip and was able to retrieve a Pokemon to bring back home to kick off his Pokemon Trainer debut, and that's when you, the player, will meet him again. It's also noted that this character is like a childhood friend. You know him and you'll kinda introduce that more into the story. Also in I Choose You, Cross wasn't the friendliest character, but in Neous he's different, but still keeps the mentality of power-faced Pokemon. He intends to become one of the top trainers in the world and looks at the champion as the first step to reaching that goal. I thought it'd be fun to introduce some anime-specific characters into the mix, and it won't be the last one for sure. But of course, with that said, let's take a look at the powerhouse team that he has. Cross's new team contains his Ace Incineroar, which is expected, followed by Braviary, which is actually now a fighting and flying type due to the Neous particles, followed by Dusk Lycanroc, the pseudo-legendary of the region Ragnara, Slowdocast, and Poliwrath, alongside a few more that he'll rotate within his team. Now remember that this team is power based, and you better make sure your team is equipped to deal with everything that Cross is going to throw at you. But now that you met Cross, let's meet another rival.
I'll show everyone how far I've come and the bonds that I've created. I'm not weak anymore. Empoleon, let's show them our power.
Now this is Novelty, who takes looks from both Koharu from Pokemon Journeys and Verity from the Pokemon movie I Choose You. This is a character that lives in a space of self-doubt, as she's usually cast into the shadow of her brother, who is one of the gym leaders of Neous that you'll meet later on. Due to this state, she tends to come off standoffish at times and even seen as weak. Over time, you will see the character grow into her own, build confidence as she's always wanted to have, then of course stating her main goal to taking down her brother and continuing to grow stronger. Now this character takes the largest inspiration from Noelle from Black Clover, with some small parts of relationship and theming as well. That being said, this is a character that is very different. I didn't want every character to be very battle heavy, so I wanted to add something else into the mix, and this is a great way to do so. That being said, let's take a look at this very unique team. Now just like Verity, who has a Piplup, I decided to give one to Novelty as well, but make it a shiny, which resulted in her ace Pokemon being a shiny Empoleon. And of course, you may see the theme of this entire team, because it is based off Noelle, so this team will be based around water Pokemon. So the team will continue with Swanna, Quagsire, Jellicent, Neonian Gardevoir, which remember is a water and fairy type, and lastly, Goldra, a new multi-form water dragon type. This team is so unique, it's almost like building a team for a gym leader, but more towards the softer rival route. I love the variety of this team, and of course with it just being water, it's just surprising all the outcomes I could have made. All of these Pokemon are cute, adorable, and elegant in their own way. Probably have you wondering what the gym leader teams are going to look like. Don't worry, you're going to see those soon. But for now, let's move on to the next rival.
You must be as delusional as you look, because there's no way you can beat me in Lycanroc.
This is Logan, your main rival that you'll be interacting with throughout your adventures. Logan actually came through the Calamity into Neous and was found and adopted by a wealthy man who is a renowned scientist and the CEO of PokePower. Don't worry, you'll meet that character later on in a different video. Now new to this lifestyle and region, Logan feels like an outcast, but came into Neous with his partner Pokemon Rockruff, which helps comfort him. Logan's main goal is to become the champion of Neous to show that even if you're different, or even have a troubled past, that you shouldn't judge people, and you can still become stronger. I just hope he takes the right path to reach this goal. That being said, he brings some very strong Pokemon into play. Now I will add something, he will rotate this team quite a bit throughout the story, but of course he'll be mainly sticking to his main Pokemon here, starting off with the Ace Neonian Lycanroc, followed by Corviknight, Glaciana, Neonian Drampa, Walgacast, and Togekiss. They're a nice mix of Pokemon that bring in regional forms and a couple original faces. Like Corviknight, which is a great regional bird and a Pokemon that I think fit his aesthetic very well, not to mention is a rival to Ivysaur, which we gave the main character Ace. And of course, Togekiss is great to represent his growth and friendship, but also is a really great Pokemon. Overall, a pretty intense team. This character Logan has a rich, deep backstory, and I cannot wait for you guys to explore it more in the future. Now we have only one rival left, and that's probably the reason you clicked on this video, so let's go ahead and turn it over to them.
That'll be real easy, right, Pikachu?
Yeah, you're not imagining things. Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town is within Neous. Now you're probably wondering, how did he get here? It's pretty simple. Ash was on his way back from a defense match for his title as champion, when an ultra wormhole opened up, pulling him and Pikachu through into Neous. Ash luckily awakened within the field beside Professor Sappin's lab and learned much about the region. I also think this is pretty funny, as we just got the new confirmation that Ash Ketchum is going to be in Pokemon Masters EX, so he's also in another region, which is pretty cool. Now let me mention, this is no regular Ash Ketchum. At first, this version of Ash is actually aged up and is now 16 years old instead of 10. Alongside that, this version of Ash came with new accomplishments, such as where he's from, he's the Alola and Kanto champion. As Ash went back to compete in the Indigo League, but this time he won and even beat Lance for the title. Additionally, being the runner-up of the Pokemon World Championship, which means yes, this version of Ash lost to Leon. As you can tell, this version of Ash has done so much in his years. Now within Neous, he has a new goal of finding a way home, but while doing so, he plans to learn more about the culture and more importantly, the Pokemon within the region. And while doing so, he thought he might as well take on the Neous Gym Challenge, as he can't resist battling strong opponents. Ash will serve as more of a mentored rival to the player, as Ash is more experienced and of course is a great competitor. He'll be more of your guiding key into becoming a stronger trainer and overall adapting new strategies for Pokemon within Neous. Also, speaking of Pokemon, let's take a look at Ash's Neous team, which of course will star his ace Pokemon, of course Pikachu, but like I said, Ash was coming back from a defense match, so he was accompanied by Lucario and Charizard as well. Now these two Pokemon will serve as mentors in their own right to Ash's newest Pokemon he catches within the region. The new Pokemon on Ash's team will start with the remaining starter, that giving him his ace, Badbolt, followed by Reapdis, Citramori, Gimocast, Centabrawl, and Shiny Flygon. Now this here is a stacked up team, and oh, I forgot to mention that Flygon is a dragon and bug type here in Neous as well. But of course, I chose all these Pokemon for a specific reason, as I see Badbolt working with Lucario a lot, kind of making Lucario the mentor of this Pokemon, not to mention helping it perfect its special move, Bolt Geyser. Then of course, it's been a while since Ash has had a bug type Pokemon, hence why I gave him Reaptis. Then Citramori kind of reminded me of Noivern, but this Pokemon won't be as bad. Of course, I had to give Ash a Spookid, and of course the last transformation left was Gimocast, which I think fits Ash the best. Of course, then we have Centibral, which represents the fairy typing, and a Pokemon that I think fits Ash very well. It's a little derpy, but very fun, and of course, very heroic. And lastly, Flygon is well overdue. This Pokemon should have been added to Ash's team a long time ago. But of course, here in Neos, we're going to be using Charizard to be its mentor to learn some brand new fire type moves. Ash Ketchum, a rival, champion, and friend. But do you think you have what it takes to beat this version of Ash in a battle? I guess you'll have to find out. Now I want to add one more thing, because there's a classification for certain characters like Novelty, Ash, and Logan. All of these characters have something in common, and that's because they're Neo beings. Neo beings are the title given to those coming from the other side of the Calamity into the Neous region. Due to being so different, some of them aren't seen as the same as everyone else, but that won't stop them from reaching their goals. In future videos, you'll meet other gym leaders and other characters which are Neo beings, so be prepared for that as well. There's a lot to discover in this region, not only with Pokemon, but with people as well. But I'm curious, which character was your favorite rival introduced in this video? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And massive shout out to the artist who created these amazing Pokemon trainer designs. That is Diesel. He makes amazing artwork, and of course I'll have a link for him in the description down below so you guys can check out all his amazing artwork and his upcoming Pokemon region. Also, massive shout out to all the amazing voice actors that helped me out with this video. I really appreciate it, and of course I'll have links for all of them in the description down below. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell, because very soon I'll be showing off the new evolutions within the region as well. That being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys later, and bye!